Those of us working in local government are here to serve the public in a very direct way. Local government plays an important role in our lives. It delivers the basic services we all depend on, such as police, firefighters, public works, sanitation, health, and recreation, and local authorities deliver specialized services, such as housing and utilities. Public service is indeed an honorable and rewarding career, and how we behave reflects not only on us, but on the people we serve. As an employee of a local governmental unit, you have certain rights and obligations. Federal and state law, as well as the policies of your employer, cover such important areas as safety, discrimination, violence, harassment, and conflicts of interest. Over the next few minutes, we'll discuss how this protects you and what you must do to comply. Because when it comes to workplace wrongdoing, your employer's policy is no tolerance. Your employer is committed to providing a safe and healthy work environment. Under this policy, employees will receive periodic safety training and will be provided with appropriate safety equipment.
Any unsafe condition or act must be immediately reported to the supervisor or department head, and all accidents must be reported immediately.
Your employer has appointed a safety committee that meets on a regular basis to discuss safety issues. Employees are encouraged to discuss any and all safety concerns with their safety committee representative. Your employer is also committed to the principle of equal employment opportunity. Under federal and state law, discrimination based on factors that include sex or sexual orientation, color, race, religion, national origin, disability, pregnancy, or age is not permitted. All employment decisions must be based solely on objective criteria, such as qualifications and performance.
If you have been or think you have been subjected to discrimination, you have an obligation to promptly report this to your supervisor, or if you prefer, department head, manager, or other official.
Workplace violence of any kind is absolutely prohibited. Violent acts or even threats are cause for immediate dismissal and may also result in prosecution.
Prohibited conduct includes causing physical injury to another person, making threatening remarks, aggressive or hostile behavior that subjects another individual to emotional distress, intentionally damaging governmental property or property of another employee, and possession of a weapon while on governmental property or while on governmental business, except with the authority of the police department. Any potentially dangerous situation must be reported immediately so that your employer can take timely, appropriate action. Harassment in the workplace will not be tolerated. This includes bullying, making jokes, or engaging in any other intimidating conduct that creates a hostile or offensive work environment. Under no circumstances will you make jokes, belittle, or harass someone based on their race, religion, national origin, age, disability, sex, or sexual orientation.
Even though to some it may seem funny at the time, sometimes it's difficult to know when the line is crossed and the jokes become offensive. I thought the person didn't mind is not an excuse.
As part of this anti-harassment policy, sexual harassment is also strictly prohibited. This includes behaviors such as making unwelcome romantic or sexual advances, making offensive remarks or engaging in physical contact with a fellow employee, making sexual innuendos, suggestive comments, jokes, or sexual propositions, and initiating unwanted physical contact, including touching or pinching. The anti-harassment policy also extends to the use of online social media. We've all seen lives and careers destroyed by this type of inappropriate behavior. Anyone engaging in harassment of any kind is subject to discipline, including termination. Conflicts of interest will not be tolerated. Public employees and officials must conduct business according to the highest ethical standards of public service, consistent with your employer's conflict of interest policy. Generally, public employees have the right to engage in outside activities that are private in nature and unrelated to official business. However, business dealings or outside employment that appears to create a conflict between the employee and the government's interests may be unlawful. Further, employees are prohibited from engaging in outside activities, including other employment, while on the job or using governmental time, supplies, or equipment in their outside activities.
Public employees have exactly the same right as any other citizen to join political organizations and participate in political activities as long as they maintain a clear separation between their official responsibilities and their political affiliations. However, public employees are prohibited from engaging in political activities while performing their official duties and from using governmental time, supplies, or equipment in any political activity.
If an employee has any question whether an action or a proposed course of conduct would create a conflict of interest, he or she should immediately contact and seek guidance from the appropriate official designated by your employer. Employees have the right and obligation to report anything they perceive to be illegal or improper. Any act of retaliation for such a report will not be tolerated. It is unlawful to take any retaliatory action against an employee for any of the following: disclosing or threatening to disclose anything that the employee reasonably believes is illegal, participating in or providing information to an investigation into any violation of law or regulation, or objecting to or refusing to participate in any activity that the employee reasonably believes is illegal or is incompatible with a clear public policy mandate concerning the public health, safety, or welfare.
It's your obligation to bring alleged wrongdoing to the attention of the employer.
Employees who wish to complain of harassment, safety issues, or any other workplace wrongdoing should immediately report the matter to their supervisor or, if they prefer, to their department head, manager, or other official.
Employees are encouraged to complain in writing, but may make a verbal complaint at their discretion.
No tolerance means exactly what it says. Safety violations, discrimination, violence, harassment, and conflicts of interest cannot and will not be condoned in public employment. You have a right to a workplace free of such conduct, and you have an obligation not to condone or participate in these activities. Further, under the law, you are protected from retaliation for reporting such wrongdoing. Remember, you work for the public, and the public expects that its business will be conducted in a manner consistent with the highest standards for public service. Nothing less will be tolerated.